I played baseball my entire life and still to this day love the game. But for most of my life, baseball was the number one thing, and it was truthfully the only thing I really thought about. And regardless if you stop playing at 10, 11, 12 years old or have a pretty long college slash pro career, I think most guys at some point in time, or maybe even the whole time, struggle with making baseball the most important thing they have. I know I did. I, for a long time, idolized baseball, and it was my identity. It was it was everything that I had. So in this video, I just want to talk about that a little bit and expand upon the idea that there's a better way than having baseball be your everything, right? Because whether you're 18 or you're 40, at some point in time, you're gonna have to hang up the cleats. And I don't want it to be like a lot of the guys I've played with, where you don't have much after that and you don't really know where to go. You're kind of lost. It's too common of a conversation that I have amongst my friends that are now stopping playing and their career's over, where it's like, dude, I really don't know what to do. I'm kind of just feeling like I'm figuring out something at 25 that I never had to figure out before. My whole life revolved around this game, and now I have nothing. And that's just a bad place to be at. And I'm fortunate enough to have some really good friends and some really good support and some really good family that has made that transition for me pretty smooth. And truthfully, the last few years of my career is it's really made this phase of my life better. To expand upon the idea about idolizing baseball, when I did good in baseball, life was good, and when I was in a slump, life was bad. I mean, if a coach told me that I was not good enough, if someone told me that I could swing it or not, or if I was good at it, baseball, that kind of dictated everything about me. That's all I really had. I self-defined myself as a baseball player, and I was nothing more than that. That's what I felt like. So I had to be good enough at this game to be happy and to have friends and to make people proud of me. So I worked super hard and I did all these things that I don't regret doing, but I had the wrong mindset. I didn't have baseball in its proper place. See, the last few years of my career, I finally gave my life to Christ, and I realized that I have so much more to offer than just playing baseball. And even through baseball, I can help people and I can benefit people. I can spread the good news. I can help someone along the way. Maybe it's just a little bit of help, but hopefully that helps them tremendously. But I didn't realize that until the last few years of my career. When I finally did put baseball in its proper place, it was so much easier to succeed and fail in baseball. No longer was it my everything. So when I did poorly, I could go home and still feel all right about myself and go back at it again tomorrow because it was just something I did. It wasn't who I was anymore. Because baseball's not all that reliable. Whatever school you're at or whatever you're doing, say you're the starting shortstop, leadoff hitter, next year there's going to be another starting shortstop and another leadoff hitter, even if you're not there. If you graduate and move on, there's going to be somebody else there. Baseball doesn't really care about who you are. And that feeling sounds like, so what? That's fine until you realize that, it doesn't care about you either. That's where I had to turn to my support and to Christ. Christ wanted to get to know me and wanted to know who I was. And he already knew, but it was something that I was shielding away. And my family the same way. They're the ones who poured all their time, money, and effort into me being a good baseball player anyway. And I finally started realizing what life was really all about, which was giving myself to Christ and giving myself to them, the people who love me and the people I love. Not even just the people I love, but giving my life to people. If you needed me, I wanted to be strong enough to give whatever I had to help you. Easier said than done. Something I didn't always do all the time. And I have regrets about that, but I'm super happy that I was able to help as much as I could. The last few years of my career in particular were more helpful to others than the first 15, if I'm being honest. So, enough about my struggles and everything. I just say the things that I had to deal with because it's relatable to a lot of the guys I've talked to. But really, I just don't want people to, one, not enjoy their playing days because it's not all that fun. Baseball's a really hard game and it's really hard to succeed. It's not fun making your whole life about it. Going 0 for 4 shouldn't make you a worse person. It doesn't. What I recommend is to connect with those people around you and to put baseball in its proper place. I think way more than just baseball. You have so much more to offer than just baseball, and you can help and love and support the people around you on a frequent basis. Make it to where baseball serves you, not to where you serve baseball. I have skills to this day that I use constantly that I learned from baseball, team environment things or work ethic or anything like that. Like I worked 51 hours a week, and there's no way I'd be able to go through an 11-hour workday without baseball. But since I had 8 hours of school and then 5 hours of practice, that's a 13-hour day where I had to manage that. And this transition for my life was not all that bad. Being a part of a team setting and working with others and learning about different personalities and learning about people, that really helped me in my next phase of life. And that's from baseball. There's a lot of good that truly was unlocked for me because I started letting baseball serve me and not me serving baseball. I was able to let it go. And I want you to be able to do the same. I want you to be able to get every ounce of benefit that you can get from this game and then be able to give it to others just like it was given to you. Everything in your life has been a gift. And I know for me, the amount of sacrifices that my friends, my parents, all my family had to make is tremendous. And I know that's the same way. So don't be afraid to give that to others. The knowledge you know of the game and the sacrifices you can make and your strength. When people need you to do heavy lifting in their life, don't be afraid to do that heavy lifting. If you can, if you got the strength, give it to others. I just think it's the biggest thing baseball players struggle with, and I just want to share a little bit about it. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe or comment down below some things that baseball's done for you and how, if you're done playing, how that adjustment was. Because I know everyone, it's an adjustment at first. And so, yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.